The man was moments from freezing to death. Yet instead of putting on more clothes, he stripped them off, curling up naked in the snow. Trembling violently, he blew into his hands for warmth, but it did nothing. Staring at the plastic bag in his grip, he made a painful choice, pouring out the precious flour he carried. He filled the bag with snow and pressed it against his chest, hoping his body heat would melt it into drinkable water. But even by evening, the snow stayed frozen, and his soaked clothes clung to his skin like ice. Cursing his luck, he remembered how he'd gotten lost while skiing and fallen into an icy lake. Just then, he saw what looked like a house glowing on a mountainside. Hope flickered for the first time in 2 days. To save strength, he curled up in a rocky crevice, planning to climb toward the house at dawn. The next morning, the snow in his bag had melted. His phone and radio still worked. He felt a surge of courage, but after 3 days without food, his vision began to blur. And near the summit, the house vanished. It was nothing but a hallucination, the cruel trick of hypothermia. Collapsing in despair, he found a cave, but inside lay a skeleton, stripped clean by wolves. Pulling out his phone, he saw the screen go black. Outside, wolves began to howl. Using his snowboard as a crutch, he limped through the night until pain forced him to stop, rolling up his pants. He saw his socks soaked in blood, his legs swollen dark purple, gritting. His teeth, he ripped the sock off, tearing skin with it. Agony shot through him, desperate to survive. He even tried to eat the flesh, but couldn't, tucking it away instead. Suddenly, the roar of a helicopter echoed above. He screamed, waved, but it passed, leaving him alone again. Hallucinations came. His mother's face, her voice, her warmth, and it was that thought that kept him alive to the 8th day, starving, delirious. He forced himself to eat the flesh. Every bite burned, but it kept him moving. He crawled toward the final slope, half kneeling, half dragging himself, checking his radio again and again. At last, he reached the summit, pulled out the radio. Still no signal. The battery dropped to 4%. Lying on his back, he recorded his final goodbye to his family, tears freezing on his face. Just as he whispered his last words, a faint static broke through the radio.